Hey there, Gemini. Welcome to your reading for the week of September 25th. We're just going to jump right in here. You have this unfolding surprise card and this justice and documents card. So there could be like some sort of card. Look at that. You start with the justice card. So there could be some sort of justice coming in for you. This could be after a breakup or a separation. So I was about to say karma, and then you got the justice card. So there could be some like, you could be getting karma, but we're talking about, positive karma here, of course, where it's like the scales are balancing out in your favor. And that's, pretty obvious based off of the first three cards there, that there's some sort of surprise. These two cards right here could represent a surprise. The Six of Cups is a gift from the universe, and the Four of Wands can be a celebration, but, it can be a surprise. So I do feel that there's some sort of surprise or a celebration clearly coming in for you. Two cards of celebration here now. And I feel like this is going to be a good thing, of course. But let's see. You have the Justice card, the Three of Swords, and the Seven of Pentacles. It is kind of weird. I see you like weighing things up here, Gemini, with that Seven of Pentacles. It's almost like you're saying to yourself, like, well, I went through this heartbreak, or I went through this situation, and, it is what it is. And, I almost see you kind of like analyzing it, but it's not like you're living it, it's not like, sometimes I think we, can go through a heartbreak or whatever, and it's like we analyze it to death. We just keep thinking about it, we keep processing it, we keep thinking about it, we don't heal from it, and blah, 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 blah. But this is like different. I feel like you're looking at it, you're in a way that you are processing it. You're actually seeing, why things went the way they did. And it's almost like I get a sense of curiosity here, where it's like the position, the way that you're approaching it, the way that you're thinking about it is different than just, over analyzing something. So I do feel pretty good about it. It's like you're seeing all the good and the bad in the situation. I feel this is going to lead to a new beginning for you. You have the Three of Swords. Again, you could be getting some sort of justice in a situation, based off of a heartbreak, and it could be helping you heal the situation. For some of you, I wonder if this is like communication from a person. Again, I wouldn't say that you're getting back together with this person. Also, on top of that, you have this Smoke and Mirrors card and the Devil. So, this person, might still not be being totally honest with you and everything like that. But it's like, if someone is coming in to tell you something, it could bring you a certain sense of justice. But I also kind of feel that this is not love. I feel that you're just getting justice in life in general, or you feel that things are more kind of like going your way in a certain area of your life, and I feel this is bringing more balance to you with that Justice card. But let's see what is going on for you here. With the Justice card, you have the Seven of Cups. Funny enough, you go from Seven of Cups down to the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups can represent overthinking something. And, if you are overthinking anything in your life, the answer with Justice is pretty simple. Like, if you're overthinking a choice or a decision, the Seven of Cups in the Justice card says, put a little bit of energy into one thing. If it grows, if you get energy back, keep going in that direction. If not, try something else. So just pay attention to cause and effect here. With the Three of Swords, you have the Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles could be good news coming in for you, but I definitely feel there could be communication coming in based off of a past heartbreak. We literally see it right here. So, someone wants to clear the air or something like that. I don't think you're necessarily going to take this person back. As a matter of fact, I think most of you won't. But again, the clarity, or, it could be bringing clarity or closure to the situation. And, of course, that could be setting you free. With the Seven of Pentacles, you have the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups is like saying protect your heart. You even have this card here that says don't take action when there's a feeling of resistance. But I don't know. I kind of get more of this feeling of protecting your heart and making sure that you are doing things that you want to do and that your heart wants you to do. Again, I always say that the Queen of Cups, her cup almost looks like a trophy. It doesn't really look like a cup. So, I feel a lot of you could be really valuing your feelings, which is exactly what you should be doing here, is what this, that's what this reading is saying. Next, in the area of your next big change, you have this card that says, don't spend too much time in despair. Move through the emotions and release it. Exactly. Don't take action when you feel when there's a feeling of resistance. So again, if someone is coming back, they might be asking you to come back into their life, but maybe you don't want to. So that's what I would say. I would say no, right? And I would just do what you feel is right. I wouldn't, don't allow someone to kind of try to push you into something, that they had in their hand in the first place, right? So if someone's coming back, whispering a bunch of sweet nothings, that's probably what they are. They're probably just sweet nothings. Again, you have this smoke and mirrors card. I really don't feel that most of you will take a person back if this is a person coming back for you. But again, they might just have a way with words. They might know all the right things to say. So, it is popping into my head to be careful. You have the Magician, the Six of Cups, and the Four of Wands. The Magician says you're attracting something into your life, probably a celebration. Even, the Five of Wands is coming up in the area of the good stuff. And the Five of Wands can represent a lot of learning. It can say that you've learned a lot about, whatever the situation is. And now you're kind of using that knowledge to be more successful. I would use your powers of manifestation at this time. Make sure you're manifesting the right things. I would also make sure that you're using the correct tools at your disposal. He has all four of the suits in front of him, the cups, the swords, the pentacles, and the wands, and he knows that he needs to use the right tool for the job. So whatever you're doing this week, make sure you're using the right tool. You have the Six of Cups again. I do kind of get this feeling of a person who can't get you off of their mind, so your past person probably can't stop thinking about you. Have the Three of Cups as well, which is a reunion. But again, I almost get the feeling as well that this person took too long, Gemini, so I would move on at this point. I also do feel that there could be some sort of gift coming in, from the universe. I feel like this is a karmic gift. I feel that there is karma here in this reading where you're being rewarded for the things that you've been through. And, there's just like a better opportunity. You have this open to discover card, or this open to discovery card. It's kind of interesting. I'll show you the card in a minute, but it's like a keyhole where it's like around the keyhole is darkness and through the keyhole is something that looks much nicer. It's almost like the universe is rewarding you with a much better opportunity. And whether this is love or otherwise, doesn't matter. And I kind of feel it's encouraging you to go through a portal. We see the Four of Wands here. The Four of Wands is a portal card. There's like this finish line right here. So it says you're ending one stage and you could be going over here to this like celebration. So, this reading kind of gives me the vibes of almost like leaving something behind. Again, it doesn't have to be a person either. For a lot of you, I do feel it is a person, but for others, I feel that this could be like a job or a business, something where you're moving on to something new or something different. And again, it's like, I feel like you don't even, like, I'm not trying to be mysterious here, but I think you only see kind of like that keyhole-sized amount of information on the other side. It's like if you're looking at a new job, I think you're only seeing a piece of like how good it actually is going to be for you. I feel like it already feels good. Same thing with love. Like if you're meeting a new person, it's like you're only catching a glimpse of how good things can be. So, don't be afraid to like finish past cycles. Don't be afraid to cross the finish line with the Four of Wands. Don't be afraid to move on to the next thing, right? Let's see. With the Magician, you have the Four of Cups. Yes, you want a person who actually pours into you. I love this Four of Cups from the White Sage Tarot. You can see that those three cups are pouring into one cup, and I feel you really want a person who really pours into you. I feel like you really want someone who, gives their all like you do in a connection. So, I feel like you could be attracting a person like that. With the Six of Cups, you have the Six of Swords. I love 2 6s. If you've been watching me for a while, you know that I love 2 6s. To me, 2 6s says you're on the right path, you're going in the right direction. So this right here is kind of like confirmation for your path. And, I feel like you're just moving forward and moving on from something. Probably like a devil-like person. But yeah, with the Four of Wands, you have the Five of Swords. I almost feel like maybe you were dealing with a person who was married or who was committed. They could be telling you that they're, separating away from that person now. I would be careful of that, again, because we go like this, Three of Cups, devil, smoke and mirrors. I mean, could be a third-party situation. Or it's like you don't have all the details. I feel like you've already spent enough time on something as well. So it's like, how much more time are you going to give something? The Five of Swords to me can also represent taking a risk. And again, I think the risk for you is kind of like going from one stage to the next stage of your life. You know how they say, like, every 7 years our life changes, or we go through a big change every 7 years or something like that? I don't know what it is. It doesn't matter. The point is, I feel like some of you, it's kind of like, maybe it hasn't been 7 years since your last change, but it's almost like you're going through, a 7-year change or something like that, right? I hope that makes sense. But, it's like maybe you've had the same job for 7-8 years, somewhere around there, right? And it's like you're about to go look for something else, or you've had the same business, or maybe you haven't upgraded your business for 7 years. There's something about time in this reading. And, number one, like, don't beat yourself up, because it's like I hear you in my head saying, oh, I wasted all this time. But it's like you didn't, because you had to learn. Really, the Five of Wands says that. It's like it's easy to sit there and say, like, it would be super easy for me to say, like, oh, if I just did everything I did in the past 4 years, I would have grown my channel so much quicker, right? For example. But it's like I had to learn how to do that in the first place, And I feel that's what the Five of Wands is saying to you, Gemini. It's like you don't beat yourself up, because it's like, that's just part of life. We have to go through these stages. We have to go through these things where we learn. And it's like, if you don't learn, you're never going to get to where you are right now anyway. So it's like you didn't waste time. You just learned how, you just learned what to deal with and all this other stuff. You have this opening to discovery card, and you can see right here, it's kind of like dark, but then there's that keyhole, and it's much different through that keyhole. So I feel like you're stepping through something like a new beginning or something new. You have the Smoke and Mirrors card. I really feel like someone is trying to sell you something here, is what I get with this Devil card. You have the Devil, Three of Cups, and the Seven of Cups. They're trying to sell you a fantasy. And maybe that's what a person did, or that's how you feel. It's like a person sold you a fantasy, or they sold you kind of something that wasn't real. But it's almost like you're still attached to this. I don't think you're attached to the person, but I think you're attached to the situation, maybe on a small level. And there really is no good answer here, Gemini. Like, I feel you just have to move on. It's like I wish I could sit here and be like, oh, you're gonna get all the answers and all this other stuff, but I just don't think you are, if this is for you, right? And I think it would just be better for you to, like, move on to the next thing and start telling a different story. Because again, this person, I feel you were dealing with a person who just has toxic attachments. If this story is for you, they're just a toxic person. They always will be. And maybe that's all you need to know, right? For others, again, this could be something in your life that is holding you back. And, I would just, if anything is stealing your energy, I would let it go. You have the Three of Cups here. Three of Cups is a celebration. I feel like you're seeing something in your head and you're imagining it as a celebration. I would move in that direction, especially for those of you that have like a work or a business idea. I see something being very successful for you. You have the King of Wands. The King of Wands is a true entrepreneur in the tarot. So if you have like an idea to start a business or whatever, could be anything, I feel that it will be very successful for you. So I would like move in that direction of, starting the business if that's for you, or doing something new with your finances. You have the Seven of Cups. Again, I feel like you're dealing with a person who just doesn't know which way is up, which way is down type of person. And so maybe they're toxic, but I kind of get the vibes here too that maybe you're dealing with a person who isn't like terrible, they're not. It's like, yeah, do they have toxic things that they do? Yes, but maybe they're just a lost soul or something like that. And, I feel like it's like they wanted the things that they told you, but they also their brain just can't do it for whatever reason. So I would be careful. Because again, it looks to me like this person could be coming in and apologizing or whatever. I would also be careful of thinking that they're telling you the whole truth. I feel like they've had time to come up with a truth that makes them look good. Let's put it that way, right? And so, again, I would be careful. Maybe you could say thank you and move on, right? And just like let it go. But I would definitely be careful of getting sucked back into something here. With the Devil, you have the High Priestess. Definitely trust your intuition. I feel you're a very intuitive time right now, and I feel like your intuition is telling you exactly what's up. With the Three of Cups, you have the Emperor. Could be a fire sign that you've been dealing with. This person could be a fire sign. A lot of people getting the Emperor, though, this week. I do think it's a good week for taking action, like really making things in your life happen, really moving towards your goals, wishes, dreams, or things that you want to create, right? And that's exactly what I would do here with the Emperor. With the Seven of Cups, you have the Queen of Swords. You see things very clearly. What I'm wondering is if you were dealing with a person who is very confused, and like when you were with them, you were confused, but you're actually not confused. That's what I get here. is a person where their like confusion rubs off on you. This might be at work as well, so take it how it resonates. Some of you, this might not be love, but again, if this was a person that it was in love, that was a love situation, I kind of feel that you were maybe a little bit more confused or kind of had a loss of focus when you were with this person. Same thing with work or business. It's like if you're confused by something, it might be because it's just a confusing situation. It's not you. And I actually feel you're very clear on what you want, and I feel like you need to stay focused with that energy. Next, in the area of the good stuff, you have this partnership card. It says you're manifesting a strong and successful partnership. Exactly. Consider having a partner who can bring the experience you lack. 5 of Wands, right there. You have this counselor card. It says a financial coach can help you reach your financial goals. Family and marriage therapist, grief counselor, or energy healer. In order to heal, you must come from a healed place. Yes, so make sure you are healed before you enter into something. Maybe you need to get counseling. Some of you could be becoming a counselor, but I also feel there's like a very solid connection coming in for you with this partnership card. So there could be like a really good person coming in for you. You have the King of Wands, the 2 of Swords, and the 5 of Wands here. So the King of Wands is a card of kind of entrepreneurship, and I was getting that on the King of Wands. So any of you that want to start a business or kind of want to do your own thing, I see a lot of success here for you. I also feel for some of you that you could be in a very creative time, and I would be taking action on your creativity. Like if we look right here, the Emperor going to the King of Wands, both can represent Aries, but I kind of get more of this like creative vibe going on here where it's like you have like creative ideas, and I feel you need to take action on some of your creative ideas, especially in business, but this could be in any area of your life. You could come up with a new, diet or something like that becomes a famous diet, right? I want to create the taco diet personally because like, why not eat tacos every single day and lose weight? That would be great, right? But what I would say here is whatever you're coming up with, I think it could be genius. You have the 2 of Swords. Again, this is the good stuff, so this is going to be good no matter what. I feel like you're finding solutions where you normally wouldn't see them. She has this new island behind her, and I always say that she is a card of like third place solutions. She is kind of thinking this or that with these 2 swords, but there's a third option behind her right here. So I kind of feel you're finding those options in life that set you free. You have the 5 of Wands here. 5 of Wands, of course, can be conflict and competition, but I kind of feel you have learned quite a bit about just so many different things, and now you are kind of putting that learning into practice. Again, these people are training. They're learning how to fight. They're not using swords to fight on this card, so I feel for a lot of you, it's kind of like you've learned a lot, and now you're setting yourself free because of it, right? With the King of Wands, you have the Page of Swords here. Page of Swords is a card of curiosity and being curious. I think I said that to you a minute ago, is that you need to be curious at this time. I would follow your curiosity. Anything that you become interested in or anything that like captures your attention, these could be ideas, could be business ideas, work ideas, whatever. I would like move in those directions. I also do feel there could be a new person who has their eye on you here, and it definitely could be a fire sign, could be any sign. You have everything here, but fire definitely stands out to me. With the 2 of Swords, you have the Hermit. I do feel like you're leaving Hermit mode because you have that new island behind you on the 2 of Swords. It's like you're stepping out. You have that 4 of Wands as well, and the 3 of Cups. These are cards of celebration. So I would encourage you to like socialize, spend time with people who matter to you. All that stuff could be very beneficial with the cards that are showing up here. And with the 5 of Wands, you have the King of Cups here. Yes, you started with the Queen of Cups. You end with the King of Cups here. Could be a water sign as well. Coming in for some of you, but I feel there could be a very strong connection, like a divine counterpart, if you are looking for new love. And again, I would definitely focus on like a new connection or new love, not necessarily something from the past. You have this leg card. It says stepping into new experiences. 2 of Swords, plain and simple. That 2 of Swords always, to me, screams new, like new experiences. Do something new with your life, because she's sitting where she has always been. She's not going to discover anything new where she is in her life. So she like really needs to step out of her comfort zone where she is and go somewhere else. You have this kangaroo. It says unsettled times, need to plan ahead. Yeah, I feel like you have been unsettled with this situation. Again, I think what you're planning ahead is if you have a person who put you in a third party here, part of me feels like some of the truth because you have the High Priestess with the Devil, which says to me you already learned the truth about this or you've learned some truths. And, again, I feel like you need to set yourself free from this situation. You have this cup card. It says you should accept valid criticism. And so again, if you're working on any projects, don't fear the criticism of the situations, right? You have this ram. It says a stubborn, aggressive person, but this could be an Aries coming in for you. So if you're looking for love, I do feel like you could be attracting someone who's maybe a little bit more, higher energy or something like that. I don't know. I do feel like they're a little bit more aggressive, but not like in a bad way. I think it's more they kind of really take action on things that they're interested in, and I feel you could be attracting an Aries that is like that. And finally, you have the spiritual love card. I actually want to see what the next card is as well. And I'll show you that in a second, but you have the spiritual love card, so I do feel there could be a very spiritual connection. You have this mice card. It says discord among family or friends. Again, what I would say is a lot of people this week have been getting these messages of like needing to be careful of how people determine the direction of your life. It's like if you have people in your life that are telling you, oh, do this, do that, I would be careful of taking advice from people. Not because like I think they're giving bad advice, but again, I would just make sure there's something in the astrology or something going on where I feel you really need to make sure you're living your own life and that you're not letting other people live it for you. I think quite simply, the thing I would focus on is this right here. Is like kind of looking through that keyhole. There's something you want to do that could be on the other side of a threshold, like the Four of Wands, where you have to finish something, like complete something to get to the other side. And that's what I'd focus on here, Gemini, but it looks pretty good. So thank you for being here and definitely enjoy your week.